Good morning. You guys, this is a very good, informative tea this morning. Let me drink my sip of water. Okay, you guys, when you get a chance, baby, if you at work, hurry up. Find you a quiet place. If you in the car, turn it up, baby. Turn it up because you got to hear the tea. Got to hear the tea. Happy Tea Month today. You guys, if the kiddos are at school, or you at home, you're a stay-at-home mom, and the kids are still asleep, or they're watching TV, eating breakfast, you don't take care of them, and you got a little time, baby, turn it up. We are going to have this tea, and I'm going to prove to you, I'm bringing receipts and facts, and we're going to validate this, baby. So like I said, you guys say, good morning, Grandma. Good morning, Miss Sweet Teacup. Hello, Mom, Mother, Sis, Sister, Aunt, Aunt, Cousin, Friend, Miss Lolo, capital L-O, capital L-O. You guys, I am here for entertainment purposes, baby. It is I believe today is Wednesday, hump day, and I'm here to get you over the hump. It is the holidays, and baby, we gonna have this tea. So I am here to entertain you, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna bring facts, receipts, and I'm gonna speak the truth. I do know, you guys, allegedly, my words, the things that I say are my views, my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, my words. So you guys, let's just get into the tea. See, woo, God is good, baby. The tea is out here. So we're going to compare. There is a show, and the show is called The Factor. Now, this was on the news. The Factor is Fox 26 News. This is national-wide on the TV. I am going to prove to you, we are going to compare something between a billionaire and somebody who want to be a billionaire, because he ain't a billionaire. But we're going to compare them, because I'm going to tell you, when you look at the red flags, you're going to see the truth. You're going to understand the truth. See, there's a whole group of people across the way. They went after a underage teen victim for her telling her story. They went after her hard and still live. Oh, she's lying. And, oh, why she never came and told nobody. Oh, why she ain't never did this and she never did that. But let me tell you, God is a good God, baby. God got it for the world to see, because people are coming out. Young women are speaking up, telling their story. And like I say, this show is Fox 26 News. It's called The Factor. On this show, there was the host, and there was three lawyers, famous, educated, very well-known lawyers who do this for a living. So are you going to believe, listening to educated, famous, make lots of money lawyers that do this for a living, are you going to believe a bunch of senior citizen crew, a booger-eating grandmama, and a jester and a predator? You guys, you need to wake up, but that's okay, because of Miss Sweet Teacup, we're going to go through this and we're going to compare. So we're going to go to school, we're going to go to court, and we're going to do a little math. So let's just get into it. Now, allegedly, hey, Carolyn Small, good morning, good morning, good morning, baby. This is the tea. It was on Fox 26 News. It posted on December 9th, 2 days ago, about a famous rapper accused of touching. We all know who that rapper is. Carolyn Small, if you know who that rapper is that's a billionaire right now and they're being accused, and I'm being nice, I'm saying touching and doing another thing. Put a 1 in the chat. You agree with me, Carol. If you're the only one, baby, all it takes is 1, and I appreciate you. Put a 1 in the chat if you know who that billionaire rapper is that's being accused. And by the way, I believe the victim. Thank you, Carolyn Small. Now, we're going to go ahead and compare this into today, into 2024, which this is happening in 2024. See, there's a whole gesture where there's an underage 17-year-old that came out and told her story. And she is telling her story. And we're going to compare this and we're going to see. Because, see, I already saw the vision that he told me, but I'm going to give you all the information and you're going to see the vision for yourself. So, allegedly, a billionaire, you know who that rapper is accused of touching and more of a 13-year-old girl. That means she was 13 at the time. Stay with me now. Now, when we compare a jester, see, underage 17-year-old right now came out and told her story and say this started happening when she was 10. Come on now. This young lady say 13. This victim 10. That's even worse. She's even 3 years younger. Okay, stay with me now. The assault happened at an after party following the MTV Video Music Award. There was a music MTV award in New York in 2000, in the year of 2000. You guys, that's 24 years ago. Come on now. This case is being brought up and being done 24 years ago. And there's a young lady underage right now that's coming out with her story. And this was done like 7 years ago for her. Look at the big difference of the numbers. But people across the way want to say, oh, why do you want to wait so long? See, God is good. See, sometimes they got to see a whole nother story, a whole nother situation for them to get the vision, for them to wake up and understand and see it for themselves and stop being fan-based. Stop siding with somebody because you think they have more power. So, first you got to ask yourself, one of the reasons why I feel that the rapper did do it, and I know he did it, who would invite a 13-year-old to a adult after party? Put a flower in the chat, you agree with Sweet Teacup. Who would invite a 13-year-old to an after party? And why would you party with them? Put the flowers in the chat, you agree with Sweet Teacup. See, that's the first red flag right there, baby. You all better wake up. Who would do that? Drop the flowers in the chat, you agree with Sweet Teacup. If you are adults and there's an after party, and usually after after party, it's after midnight. Why is a 13-year-old present? I don't care if she was one of the best singers in the world. She's 13. Okay. First red flag. So, we're going to do a little math and we're going to compare. So, it's 2024 now. If you take away the year 2000, where this happened and when it happened, that's 24 years ago. That means the female victim was 13, but now she's 37 years old. She's 37. 37 and coming out with her story. Come on now. Look at that magic number 7. Stay with me. We're going to compare it with another victim. Come on now. See, a creep showed up in his family life, I believe around 2014 or 2015. The victim was born in 2007. Stay with me now. So if you take 2007 and subtract that from 2015, when the creep snuck his way, insinuated himself into a family home, that means that victim was only 8 years old when that creep started the grooming. Allegedly. Don't get mad with me because I'm spilling the tea. Allegedly, the billionaire, now we back to the billionaire rapper. He responded with the lengthy statement. Oh, well, look at that. He responded with a long behind essay letter. So let's compare the receipts. A billionaire, a 13-year-old is at an after party for adults. And like I said, you got to ask yourself, what was that billionaire and his friend agenda? What was the reason why they was there with a 13-year-old? What was they going to get out of partying with a 13-year-old? Ask yourself that. Now let's compare that with a jester. So allegedly, see, a jester, he wrote his name. Oh, he wrote his name on a child female lower back. All, not on her arm, not on her forehead, not on her leg. He wrote it on the top of her butt line. You got to ask yourself, for that gesture, why not her own name? Why you didn't write her name? Why was he looking at her lower back? Why was he even nowhere near her lower back? Why was he touching? Why did he feel entitled to touch her lower back at all? You got to ask yourself. Drop the teacups in the chat. You agree with Sweet Teacup. See, I'm going to just compare what they saying on the Factor show. And I'm going to prove to you, oh, he touched and more. And he's going to be held accountable. Drop the teacups in the chat. You agree with Sweet Teacup. Hey, be she queen. Thank you, Kelly Smile. Thank you, she be queen, and thank you, Carmen. I thank you guys so much. Okay, like I say, there were 3 famous, well-known educators, lawyers on that show. They're not just YouTubers like us. They are lawyers. They've been doing this for a living. The lawyer verbally, stay with me, one of the lawyers. Hey, Denise, hey, baby. One of the lawyers verbally stated that any 13-year-old would not be brave enough to come out and tell her story. Let me repeat that. This lawyer stated on 26 Fox News, a 13-year-old will not be brave enough to come out to tell her story. So when an innocent girl was only 10 years old at the time when things started happening, she was not brave enough to come out and tell her story. She's not brave enough to tell her mom, her grandmama, her siblings, or nobody. It's on the news, you guys. When they question, oh, well, we want to know, well, if you got a problem with it, take it up with your mammy, or take it up with them. Because they are educated lawyers and they know what they're talking about. They have done this for a living. That's proof that it's normal for a child to be afraid to tell anyone. Okay. Drop the teacups in the chat again if you agree with Sweet Teacup. I just gave them proof. This lawyer verbally said it. I told them the name of the show, The Factor. It was on Fox News, Channel 26. Stated that it is normal. No 13-year-old, more or less a 10-year-old, is going to be brave enough to come out and tell her story that young. Now, the lawyer also stated that the age isn't going to be a determined factor. Oh, drop a 1 in the chat. You agree with Sweet Teacup. Did I not say that? The court and the judge and the jury is not going to be determined of her age. It's going to be determined of the situation and her mouth, her words, her story. The age of the victim is not a determined factor. Go look at that channel. I can't lie to you. Stop letting people come to the internet and use they want to be famous, popular power to manipulate, to persuade, to bully, to harass, to threaten a minor on the internet with the help of a bunch of senior citizen crew, a booger-eating grandmama, and everybody else who lined it up with that creep, that jester, that predator. The courts are going to prove that the child was there and the predator was there. See, the court is going to prove that it was a possibility that the child was there in the same place as the accuser. That's how they prove that, well, we all know allegedly, let me just do it, I always say, their words would be their downfall. How many times we seen multiple videos where a predator, a jester, a molester came to the internet and say he was their nanny for years, said that he took care of the kid, so that means you predator, you jester, you molester, you was there. You was there, she was there, the opportunity presented itself. Validation, facts, receipts. Moving on. Allegedly, another lawyer stated, he stated twice, a 13-year-old is not going to be that brave to tell. He also stated, now you all listen to this very clearly, because I want the people across the way to hear this, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed. God is going to set right what was wrong. That lawyer said nobody should show shame on a 13-year-old girl for going through something so traumatic. He said no one should shame her, bash her, troll her, make fun of her, and make her feel shame when she is going through something so traumatic. Well, baby, I stand on it. Put the flowers in, put the royal crowns in the check for justice for Jalea. Justice for the royal family. Because, baby, they got on the internet, they made videos, they did everything to shame. To shame my goddaughter. They wanted to break her down. They made videos after videos made money. This lawyer say you should not shame. No one should shame a 13-year-old, and they shamed the mess out of my granddaughter. I stand on it. Oh yes, baby, you can see that video. It's like I say, I'm gonna go and I got to add it. I would have to edit because I should have wrote it down to put in the description. But like I said, it's called The Fighter. 4 black men on that show. It was a host and 3 lawyers. And this came out of their mouth. So, allegedly, a jester is not what a jester. Oh, so a jester, a he, she, a boogie grandmama, and a whole senior citizen crew, and they disgusting supporters. Shame a underage 17-year-old for standing up, having bravery to come and defend herself and tell her story because she want to make sure this don't happen to nobody else's daughter. That this don't happen allegedly to none of her siblings. But they shamed her. Another lawyer also stated that it's not a criminal case. See, it's not a criminal case. It's not a criminal case, you guys. The judge, the jury, the court, they have to prove at least 51% that it did happen. Well, God damn it, we already don't prove that. Allegedly, baby, we already don't win over 51% and more. You got to write your name on the lower back. You got your hand all over her thighs and all up to the private area everywhere on the video. At a swimming pool park. So much evidence. Over 51%. See, they thought, people across the way honestly thought, because see, they're uneducated, they thought it was going to be a creep, a jester, a predator word against an innocent victim. But see, God have wakened them up on December 9th. This person, you guys, he works. He's a lawyer and he does the social media part. He's on this talk show. It's called The Factor. He stated that people normally join the side of a celebrity. You guys, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Woo! You guys, drop a 1 in the chat. You agree with Sweet Teacup. You know how many people we've seen out here in the YouTube community? They took people would say, oh, well, why would they say? That's what they do. They sided up with a jester, a creep, a predator, because he has more, where he had more power then. Because he was lying and allegedly still saying he was rich and had money. So people were siding and taking up on his side. This lawyer stated that it's very normal for people to do that. So when a boogie grandmama and some senior citizen crew women, and when a jester himself, she went a bright dress, smoking a cigar, a real blonde and blue eyes, come to the internet and say, oh, well, why would people believe him? I just validated that. Because monkey see, monkey do. Allegedly, now we're going to compare some more. A jester, he's popular, he's a famous YouTuber. The victim, underage, teen female, and has a mom that's a single mother with 5 kids. Well, there you go. And you wonder why they lined it up with that creep, because they felt he had more power. They felt he could do more for them. They didn't want to believe an innocent victim. Allegedly, some people are siding with the billionaire. We see that. Let's compare. Some people are siding with a creep. But every day, more and more people are pulling out, and they are waking up, and they're like, wait a minute. I'm not going to do this. I am not going to commit perjury. I am not going to hide my eyes and pretend I don't see this anymore for a creep, a jester, a predator. I'm not doing this anymore. I have a conscience. I have values. I have a family. I have children. I'm a proud citizen. The timeline. They also stated on the timeline of the billionaire past. They're looking at, and I stated that as well, they're looking at his past relationships. That means they are judging. How old was these young women? Well, when you look at a jester and a creep, we all know he get down and he loved them in the teens. We allegedly heard him say out of his mouth in a store, flirting, coming on allegedly to a minor. He said to her, I don't know why I'm so attractive to 19-year-old. Drop the teacups in the chat for Sweet Teacup, baby. Drop the teacup if I'm not speaking facts. He allegedly said out of his mouth, posted on his video for views, money, and content. He said out of his mouth, I don't know why I got a thing, a habit, why I am addicted, allegedly, to 19-year-old. Ooh, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. See, allegedly, a big red flag. We're going to go to the billionaire. The billionaire responded quickly. Oh, come on now. The billionaire, all types of news been going out for years and years and years and years about this billionaire rapper. You never heard him say anything, but baby, once they filed that lawsuit, once that young lady that's 37 years old today filed that lawsuit, baby, he came to social media quick. Well, let's talk about it. Drop the royal crowns in the check if I am not lying. When my granddaughter came out and told her story, a jester came to the internet quickly. Drop the royal crowns in the chat if I'm not speaking facts. You got to wake up and look at the red flag. Since you don't want to believe, Sweet Teacup, when I'm giving you facts, well, I bet you'll probably believe looking at a billionaire rapper and lawyers that are educated, and they giving you facts and it's coming out of their mouth. I'm just repeating, changing the word up, stating what they said, but putting different words because you know you don't want to use somebody else's content like that. The billionaire also became very aggressive. Baby, if you read that letter is very aggressive and very threatening. Stop playing with me. Put the flowers in the chat. You agree with Sweet Teacup. When that Jester came to the internet and did a video live for 2 to 3 hours and ranted, he was very aggressive. He was sending out threats and everything, calling them names, bashing them, saying they was filth. Put the flowers in the chat if I'm not speaking the truth. Put 2 and 2 together. Wake up, people. Wake up. It's the same pattern. And if you think these 3 lawyers are stating this, and if you think that when this go to court, that the judges and the jury and the judge is not going to judge it the same way, you better wake up. You better wake up. Allegedly, a billionaire came out publicly, like I said, being very aggressive. And so did a jester. He came out ranting, being aggressive, threatening, saying all sorts of things. Allegedly on the internet for hours, just ranting. Receipt, another receipt. There was no flat denial. The lawyer stated, you guys have to go look at this show, The Fighter. He stated that in the whole letter, that billionaire rapper never denied that he didn't do it. Well, let's talk about the jester and the creep. When he first came and ranted on the internet, he never denied that he didn't do it. But he did allegedly give us some alphabet lesson. He did say if A and B did something and C and D watch and they didn't tell anything, that they are responsible too. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Drop the teacups in the chat as you agree with Sweet Teacup. You guys, you need to wake up, and that's proof that receipts. If you don't want to believe Sweet Teacup, go to The Fighter. News 26 Fox TV show is right there in black and white. You can see the men yourself. You can see the lawyers. You can listen to them, and you can get your vision. But like I said, you guys, I love you guys. And I am going to get off this live, and I'm going to drop another live because, baby, we're going to talk about the jury. I'm going to troll. See ya on my next live. Don't go away. Stay by the phone. Stay by the laptop. Stay by the computer. Stay by whatever you own to get this live. I love you.